Hello, hello, and welcome to the AI in Review, YouTube and LinkedIn Live. I'm glad you are here with us today. Sergei is having some technical difficulties, and he will be joining us shortly, hopefully after he reboots his computer. So, super excited to be here today and to talk about all things AI and QA. And yeah, we'll do a little banter when Sergei joins back, but I will just start by jumping in to a article that I've added to the repo here. And let me share my screen here. So this article is from Mayanka, and Mayanka is someone I used to work with. So super excited to see her enjoying and leveraging AI agents. This specifically is around end-to-end mobile testing and specifically using Detox, which is a automation framework to automate React Native apps, and utilizing the Detox MCP server. So the workflow here is, she's built a couple different agents, some different things that could be done with AI, and using the Detox MCP to be the hands and feet of the test automation. So the idea is, as you are writing new automation tests that are UI-based tests, a part of your workflow could be not just provide some test cases or test plans and AI to figure things out and to guess locators, but rather as a part of that analysis, use Detox MCP. Oh, buddy, he's back.
Good morning.
Oh, the mic's not working yet still, but that's
it's okay. Working. What do you mean?
Okay, it is. You're just really loud.
Okay.
Let me turn you down here a little bit in my ears.
You see, I rebooted it and now it's loud.
Yeah.
It's better than not working.
No, it's working great, man. It's good to see you, Sergei.
Did you do the intro already?
I did.
What did you say?
I'm kicking things off, man. Well, let me wrap this up and then we can transition.
Of course.
But you remember Mayanka?
Yeah, we read something about her.
Yes.
Yeah.
We used to work with her.
You used to work with her.
We did at Daxco.
What? Really?
Yeah.
On the same team?
I think it was after I moved over to another team. It wasn't on Club Automation team. It was on the next one I was on. But she built this workflow using AI mobile devices and Detox, which is like a test automation framework for mobile devices, but using Detox MCP to go do the exploring. So where I left off before your late entry here onto the show, always gotta be pointing the fingers. Is the interesting part about like utilizing AI tools is not just having AI guess for you, but if you can give AI locators or the ability to go find those locators on their own, to click through an application using an empty MCP server, you're pretty much like taking all the hard things, or maybe not the hard things, the boring, monotonous things around test automation, going and finding locators, inspecting DOMs, hitting that little inspector tool, clicking on the thing, and then figuring out how do you convert that into code over and over and over and over again. And you're getting like better results using these tools. So big fan of this. I actually didn't even know Detox had an MCP server, so that was a fun new thing for me. But yeah, you have any comments on this one before we move forward?
No.
All
No.
right.
I'm surprised I don't remember Mayanka. But again, I don't think we worked together on the same team with her.
Yeah, I think she was on different teams, but I worked with her on. Yeah, it was like the next club software after I left
Okay.
y'all. I don't know if you
Sorry,
remember those
not
days.
sorry.
So
Did you already tell people that we will be giving a talk this Friday?
I have not. Why don't
I
you
don't know what
do
he
that?
was doing with y'all here because
I didn't. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do things that needed you here. You know.
okay. But yeah, so we just wanted to say that this Friday at 9:30 a.m. we will be given a live version of this review, but we will be reviewing your questions, which by the way, you can ask using aiinqa.com. You can go there, and after some modifications, Butch has improved experience, and now you can ask a question, and we'll get the question. And but yeah, it's not only about us. If you're just want to see what's going on and attend a conference, and again, your company, has this policy like where you can go to conferences and they will pay for you. That would be nice. There is a dev path of Sloss Tech, which is happening this week in Birmingham, and we specifically will be giving our talk at 9:30 a.m. on Friday, and
That's
that's
right.
gonna be fun because it's gonna be live. I mean, it is also live what's going on right now,
Yeah.
but we might fight. Who know? Maybe like right now when I disagree with Butch, all I can do is just like curse his name in my head. But when
You'll be
we're on
able
the
to throw
stage,
things at me. Yeah.
I might even slap here. So we'll see, we'll see. But
Oh
you
man.
gotta go and see that. Tickets are
Yeah.
still available, by the way.
I may get Chris rocked. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, exactly. The
Oh
nice
man.
one.
So if you
Maybe
want to
somebody
ask
from
a
audience will
question,
do that.
yeah, if you want to ask a question, aiandqa.com up at the top, you just click ask a question and that will take you to the form. The goal is after our talk on Friday, going forward, if you do have questions, we will be looking here every review and answering your questions if there are any. There might not be any, and that's okay too.
It's okay because we have beautiful articles which thank you so much for taking your time and putting everything together. The first one, obviously, I skipped because it's video and I have no time on Monday at 7 a.m. watching the video.
That's fair. That's fair.
But the second one, I will go as far as saying that this is my favorite article of all 15 issues.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Yes.
expecting that.
I was not expecting that either, especially when I opened it and saw this pink on black, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun. Because usually, like I truly believe that simplicity matters. And it is very simple. But as soon as I saw pink, I was like, is author trying to throw me off by the colors, and make it prettier than it is? The article is amazing. It's just an amazing piece of writing. So basically, you know how everybody right now, everybody is trying to use AI, actually not trying to use AI, and then like different doing all of those things, like it became available, so everybody jumped and started doing. And I believe there are hundreds of developers who do it right, who do it how it's supposed to, who do it how Claude Gogs, intended it, all of that.
I don't know if I
I
go that
think
far. I will say there are definitely real engineers leveraging the tools in a way that are helpful
that's
and
what I'm saying.
that are responsible. I'll say
Yes.
that.
The,
But let me just like add this in here. Claude and OpenAI, like a lot of what they preach is what you should be doing. I actually believe is marketing. So you may not have your finger on the pulse as much, and I didn't
no.
include it in the newsletter, but like last week and the week before, maybe it was just last week, basically one of the big Claude code guys came on and said, loops. You got to be using loops. I don't write any more code. I don't even prompt anymore. I set up a loop and I have, this loop going that's doing all the work, and it's like all these agents spinning up and orchestrating and doing these things, and it's like, yeah, I don't. Anyways, I would not totally agree with like here's what the perfect AI setup, but what they preach or what they say, like yes, but when it comes to using AI responsibly, there are people that do it and that are leveraging it in a good way. So
Yeah.
back to you, Sergey.
I bet there are people who do that. I also like surprised how your newsletter is about AI and you don't include things like that, where it could have been a hot take. It could have been such a good hot take where we go here and actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is like I need to go formulate my thoughts, and I just didn't have enough time to like actually write a blog post about why loops is not the answer today. Like for the most part, like yes, you can do loops for certain things, and anyways, we'll keep going. It's just
But I
it's
don't
one of
know.
those. Somebody mentions one thing, and then like everybody, or maybe all the LinkedIn and the X influencers are all like, all right, it's on to loop engineering. Like we had prompt engineering, we had context engineering, we had harness engineering. Now we gotta engineer our loops, and I'm just like, yeah, we're going too far. Like,
We're not going to. This is literally what this is all about. You are here to represent, not represent maybe, but express your own thoughts about it. And you don't need a blog article. Look at me. I come here unprepared and I just say nonsense, and that's it. And it's my opinion. That's all I can say about this article. We will come back to. I'll come back to everything after this article. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Just because there are a lot of people, that's for sure, who say, "Oh, we need to start using AI tomorrow," And I have a friend who works at a company. Okay, I'm trying not to spoil anything, not to give away names or anything. And QA department was given a task to actually write a new framework from scratch. And because it's my buddy, obviously he went with Playwright. He gave them the concept and everything, and he was like, "Look, this is what it's gonna be. This is how we can do." There was like an asterisk in the ask itself. It was like, you have to use AI. Like your framework should be like with AI, which is already like which this article proves that how wrong this is. And you know who won? He didn't win. He didn't win the internal contest. The guy who suggested no code approach. This is how apparently they're gonna go with automation. My friend, I tried to comfort.
this is their like this wasn't just like a proof of concept. This is like we are picking this as a path forward.
Yeah. So it was like a competition between testers. Like when I say competition, it was a
Sure,
task,
yeah.
right? Like everybody comes up with their own idea, and everybody suggested AI in some form. Obviously, Playwright
Sure.
with MCP and AIs and all, beautiful. But yeah, who won is the guy who marketed the best.
Yep.
He just used a bunch of fancy, beautiful words which create this illusion. It's like fairy tale where all of the team leads and everybody's just jumped in, and that's it. That's all. So this article is for companies like this. If you're working at the company, if you are a product, okay, if you're like somehow related to people in deciding leading positions, you have to read it. You have to read it. So it's literally just a check basically checklist before implementing AI, and it just talks about the 5 AI readiness signals, which codified standards, feedback loops, trusted reviews, quality ownership, context, and understanding. If you scroll down, it just he did such an amazing job with this. My favorite article of all time so far. If you
All
like,
time.
I mean, 15 issues. That's what I mean. My favorite articles are mine articles, actually.
Yeah.
If you scroll down, yeah. So he even implemented the like visuals of what your team is based on what practices you follow. But yeah, you gotta go ahead before deciding. Okay, wanting using AI is great. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to cut corners, cut costs, cut times, and improve
Yep.
in all of those areas. This is great, but you have to be ready. You have to know what you're capable of, because you get this magnificent fairy tale like tool which will just magnify and make everything what you have hundreds of times bigger, meaning that all of the good code you have in your code base, it's great. Skills will go learn about your structure, learn about your concepts and context and everything, and it will be like creating beautiful code. But if there are areas which are lacking, like code reviews or something, that is also gonna struggle, because AI will be like, this is how I'm supposed to do, so I'm gonna do this very well. I'm gonna do what are you doing bad? I'm gonna do it better. Meaning like
Yeah.
worse.
Better,
So
worse. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but what I mean is like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it more. So love this article. Just I don't know. It was the first one I read, and I'm not gonna say anything about other articles, but after I read this one today, I was like, I'm done. Like, oh no, this was so good. I don't want another one. I
Yeah.
don't want
No,
to
I
cheat.
mean,
I don't want
I
to cheat
agree.
on this article. It stays with
Yeah.
me.
No, I think the definitely a lot of like great content, and of course that's why I added it. That's why
Yeah,
I curated it just for you, Sergey.
thank you, but honestly, he's lying. It's not just for me; it's for you all. He tries to make money on this thing. So, if it was for me, it would be a link in the message, or like in in the Slack chat. But the last thing about this, I love simple language. I know that right now we can use all of those left, right, harness, like so many words in the
Yeah.
last year, and the author used just very simple language. Like even if this is why I also love it, because you're the person who wants to use AI, and right now, I know I'm going on a rant, and I don't care. If you want to use AI right now, sometimes, and I'll give you the examples later because I have links or tabs open. I want to use AI, and it just like I start reading, and all of those terminology is just throwing me off, and I have no clue what I'm reading about. So
Yeah.
that's why again this article is great, because it's talking about AI without using AI language, but letting you know if you're ready for AI. Done. I'm gonna buy myself a huge Bucky sandwich for this one.
I love it. I was good, man. Callum, thank you for your thoughts and
Yes,
for your organizing your thoughts and publishing your thoughts.
I'm gonna message him.
Yeah, message him. Yeah,
The
reach out.
100%. I'm gonna message him.
So I'm gonna shift gears just a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about a tool. And I have not done this live yet, so this is gonna be we're gonna do it live. We're gonna see how this works.
I made myself coffee.
I'm
so
not
it's
sure if you
great.
know which one I'm thinking, but this Open
If it,
API Spec Analyzer. Did you see this?
I skip tools because I have no time to use them in 1 hour span before
Sounds
reading.
good. Well,
But
this
I did
tool,
open link for one
yeah.
for Draw.io.
Okay, good. That's another one I
Obviously,
really like. So we'll hit that
obviously.
one next. This is Kusho AI's free tool. Okay, so this is a tool, a paid tool, but they're offering this like free little thing that you can use. And the idea is you give it your Open API spec, and it's going to give you on a scale of 0 to 100 if it's ready for automated tests. So again, I have not used this yet. I kind of want to use it like on our previous company's OpenAPI spec just to see where it
Ooh,
is, because I think it would actually be in really good spot
I
just
think
because
so. Yeah.
we did we spent a
You
lot of
can
time
use the
doing that.
my current company.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
So this is a OpenAPI spec. It's a YAML file for a API that I built here at Dev Clarity, where I'm working now. We've got a demo application that I'm using for training, and it didn't have any API endpoints before. So I vibed myself to some API endpoints along with vibing this Open API spec. So I'm actually curious how well it will be.
Mhm.
So so I've already uploaded it. It's
So
time to
you wrote it. Wait,
analyze.
wait, wait. Let's do a game. Wait,
Okay,
no, you spoiled
go
all
ahead,
the
go ahead, go
fun. I
ahead.
saw that.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
You didn't see the results?
No,
How many out of 100 do you think?
I don't know. 70,
Okay, open.
60. All right.
60. Very nice.
So let's see. Let's see like what stood out. What's driving the score? Missing examples. So I did not have a lot of examples. I didn't ask Claude to build those. I said generate an open API spec, and it actually did pretty good because I can import it into Postman and things work. That's kind of how I know, like, is it good enough? It's like, well, it imported into Postman pretty good.
Yeah.
Validation constraints. Okay, so there's like we're missing common error responses.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any 500 response schemas. So
So basically, you had an open API spec, which probably is kind of would get the same score as like hundreds of companies, like
yes,
based on
yes,
the missings, the
yeah,
examples, the all of the errors. Come on now, we still have 500s everywhere in the
yeah,
world. And what was the third one? Oh, the validation boundaries and all of that properties when you send an int instead of the string.
yeah,
Yeah, it's still like so it's pretty solid. It's
yeah,
60 based on the best standards and 100 based on the real life examples.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So pretty interesting. This is a nice little tool. So if you have an open API spec, you want to know how ready it is for automated testing, this can help you with that. Now, I will go ahead and just like spoiler alert you. I was able to take this spec and with Claude generate some pretty good tests. But I think the spec did a little bit of the lifting. The spec is kind of like your locators on your UI, right? What exists? What's the shape of the API path? What are the input parameters? What should I expect in the response body? What headers are needed? Giving that to AI and then giving it additional guidance around what kind of tests you want, how many happy path tests do you want, what kind of validation tests you want, what kind of like error state tests do you want, and how do you want to manage your test data. If you can like codify that in a skill, which I've done, and you feed it this into the skill, you can get really, I would say you're getting 80% there. Because, of course, this is not going to do all the testing for you. This is going to set up a whole bunch of checks and a whole bunch of, I've been thinking a lot about API testing with AI and really API testing in general. And there's really two types, right? Well, there's more than two, but two main types that we focused on when we're automating things. One is the specific endpoint. So it's a single endpoint. I'm going to set up some test data. I'm going to do the call. I'm going to make my assertions after that call. That's like one way, and you can get coverage by doing that across every single endpoint. And the other way is through scenarios. It's by doing this, doing this, doing this, and then now everything is ready, you do this final thing. An example of that would be a checkout workflow. So to be able to check out, you need to find a product, and to find a product, you need to like get all the products. So you kind of like get all the products, pick one, add it to your cart. That's another call. Then you take that cart ID through all the different update my cart, add this information, add a payment method, post the payment method, and check out. And it's a whole user journey or scenario, the way I like to think about it. So this tool's not going to help you with your scenarios. This tool will help you a whole lot with like getting really close on your existing like API type tools. And same with like Claude. I mean, you can ask Claude like, hey, help me with some scenarios, but in the end, like Claude doesn't have enough context unless you provided it. And those are other things I'm experiencing with or experimenting with. And if you do provide it, like maybe you get good results, maybe you don't, but likely it's not going to know, hey, what are those areas? What are the seams that me as a tester know this is probably going to break down and I want to go push and explore on. So.
How much is this tool?
This is free. This is just, you upload your schema and you...
No, but it's all free? I think you said that it's they have free trial or something.
Kusho AI is something else. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
It looks like this is like scanning vulnerabilities, and probably OpenAPI spec is one of the ways it gets context to be able to scan.
Right.
So they've just basically built this thing. Oh, what brings me here? Shoroba. Yeah, no, not today.
Not today.
Anyways, there's no pop up on this tool, but
yeah, that's a good one. I would be curious to upload some OpenAPI specs and see
give it a go, man. Give it a go.
I don't. You see, like you know that I'm an emotional tester. I always say like I genuinely get upset when I find a bug. It's not that, a lot of people think that QA, when they find bugs, they like pop the champagne, like do like Formula One, whatever, like championship.
Is Formula One on like the third tier? Is that meme?
Yeah. So I'm I'm the one who like would be crying because there is a bug. So I think I would not be uploading anything because I would see like probably 40 or maybe less, and I'll get genuinely upset, and I know those are not gonna get addressed. Some of you QA people, that like there are bugs and they'll never get addressed. So like it just I'm not ready for this. No.
Not everyone can be a Gumby. Can be the QA guy that just slaps down the release. Again, I actually like this meme because it makes me it reminds me of the tester, and
it is
how it can be like that. But I would say in this scenario, like everyone's like, "What are you doing?" Where like most healthy teams, they're gonna come give you a hug once you slow things down. They're gonna be like, "All right, high five, thank you for preventing shame on me."
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even once in my life, in my QA life, when I joined and I had people like have prejudice towards me that I'm gonna be this like, they're not gonna like me and stuff, and they didn't in the beginning. But slowly, I cannot believe that. I talked to one of the people, the CTO. And I remember how 3 years ago he was telling me, 4 years ago, this person who works in tech as a CTO was telling me, a QA, that devs should be testing, their code. So QA is like, nah, who cares? And then slowly, he started appreciating QA because, we do have good QA, so we showed what QA is. It's not saying a bug and walking away. It's suggesting, investigating, knowing the system. It's so much more, as you know, right? With good practices.
It should
And it
be
was
so much more. Yes.
Yes, and it was so fun to talk to him last week when he said, I work for this company where devs do test their code, but we need QA. And I was like, look how far you've come, the whole circle. So, yeah, in the good teams, that's definitely a thing. Coming back to our newsletter number 15.
Hey, let's talk about the poll real quick, and then
Ooh,
we'll
okay.
jump to the next article.
Yeah, no, of
So
course.
this is the poll that we threw out 2 weeks ago. I just wanted to share it here. You saw some glimpses of it earlier, but this is the distribution for those of you that filled out the survey. So 24 responses, not too many, but we see Cloud Code out here in the lead. Yeah, OpenAI Codex is matched up with Cursor. So this is like the OpenAI coding agent or coding harness. Cursor, I think we're familiar with that. That's like the first one that came on the scene to help us with our automation. GitHub Copilot is up here. I think by default it's just bundled with VS Code, but the specific question is, what do you use the most? So this could just be companies have bought the GitHub Copilot license more than Cursor. It's likely what this is. So
Yeah.
just thought this was interesting as it's out there. We did have a Chat GPT, which is it's a great tool. I mean, I still find myself going to it when I have questions. I'm not having it generate code for me anymore, but
I don't even talk to it anymore. My old friend.
Mr. GPT is done.
Yeah, it's all Claude now, every single day.
I'm sorry
But-
I've ruined you.
But for people who said about Cursor, did you tell them about the webinar this Thursday?
No, we can tell them right now.
Why you didn't tell us, please? Because there
I
are
know,
people
so-
who use Cursor, and maybe I want to start using it. Tell me, please. Tell me that.
Yeah. So Philip has a webinar coming up. So Pact is the group that I published my book through. So we've been in contact, and they've been really trying to provide content for the community in different ways on leveraging AI tools with testing. And this is an AI powered quality engineering with Cursor. So Philip's going to walk through how he leverages Cursor to do quality work, whether that's writing automation and doing some other things. I think he's got down here like doing PR reviews, coming up with Cursor workflows. I'm actually attending this one, so I'm excited to just be in the audience. I'm gonna hopefully learn a few things. I've used Cursor, like I understand like the differences between all the ones, but it's not my daily driver. But I've gotten really good results with it, so I'm excited to go and learn some new things that I don't know, which is something that I try to do consistently, and that really goes into the Butch's take section. Did you know this word?
No.
Inteluki.
Intelliky.
There you go.
Intelliky.
You
spelled it out.
Sergei speaks better English than me.
Well,
So go ahead.
you go. Yeah, you go. You
Okay.
go. Tell us about it.
So the idea here, right, is this word is the concept of turning theory into action. And I know I create a newsletter, which means like, one, I'm doing a lot of reading. So this is really me talking to myself, but I'm also wanting to encourage all of you listeners and readers that don't just read. Go read and then go do something. And some things that I thought like that stood out to me is like, don't try to do everything at once. Practice one thing. So when you go to that Cursor workshop, you're not trying to do all the things. You're trying to just do one thing. Like, how can I leverage Cursor today with this? I don't need to know how Claude works or which model I need to pick. Like the workshop, Philip's going to tell you what you should pick. He's going to tell you to use your brain too, but start somewhere, do it, and try a new behavior at least 3 times before you judge it. So this was really in context of like sales. So it was like, once you work on this thing or try to communicate in this way, don't just do it once because the first time is going to be bad, but do it at least 3 times before you decide, is this good or is it bad? So I think this is very applicable to our work and our learning and using tools. If you've only used ChatGPT one time, like, go use it 2 more before you judge. If you've only used Claude Code once, go use it 2 more times before you judge. And use it in the same way, right? Because more than anything, these AI tools are non-deterministic, so they're going to give you different results every single time. All right, back to you, Sergey. It's your picks. I know we got 10 minutes.
I know we don't have much time, but I liked you talking about go ahead and try it. So the Draw.io skill, I love that one. As soon as I saw Draw.io, I was like, oh, yep, yeah, I'm clicking it. I don't even, there are trigger words for me like API, Draw.io,
Sure.
AI is magnificent. Those things I click immediately just to see what's up there. But as a visual person, and if you're a visual person, this is a great, you just showed us a tool for Open API, right? So this is a tool for you just to get complex, what is it, processes or whatever is going on into just a beautiful diagram where everything is connected. Haven't tried it. You go ahead and try it 3 times before you come back and tell me don't put it in the newsletter. I'll, But
right.
you go and try. And another one which I really liked is from Artur Bikulov, is about the writing tickets. If you just start looking, but yes. So this one I like a lot. Oh, that's me, Mama, I'm on TV. This one I like because sometimes, first of all, idea for you.
Yep.
Just for you. I asked you before and you ignored it, so I'm asking you again the second time. I'm gonna ask you 3 times apparently. Artur created a very useful article. We'll get to the article right now, but it's about skills, right? But you see, like, how every time we review your newsletter, we come back to the fact that there are people who still don't use AI, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you should have like beginner's guide or something somewhere, like one article for super beginners. For example, where do I put the skill? Because I read it, I love putting in different hats. And I was like, okay, I'm a person who's never worked with AI. Boom. And I started like, okay.
How do I use this? Yeah, that's a great point.
Can you start scrolling? So for people who think that using AI is simple, just keep scrolling, scrolling. This is just a prompt. This is when people who go like me say, hey, write me code, and then yell at it back that the code was wrong. If you want a good output, this is an example. Keep scrolling. He, as you can see, he keeps scrolling, and it's never ending.
It does it eventually.
But my point is, like, if you want a good output, this is the example of good input. I skimmed through that and I loved it. Very beautiful instructions. Again, obviously before copying and pasting. And even Artur says in the beginning, he says, don't just copy and paste, like modify to your needs. But the skills are great, just great. I read it, and while reading, I was trying to build the model how it's gonna go, and it made sense. But again, while I was wearing the hat of a person who's never seen it and worked with AI, I was like, where do I put it? Where do I just screenshot it?
Just copy and paste? Yeah.
To Claude. So yeah, because it's interesting how everybody's talking about AI, but also there are a huge blast of people who have no clue where and how to start. So, but again, this one is good. I loved it. Really quick, let's move to the the toast. What is it? Toast testing.
Toast-driven testing.
Reddit never disappoints, I swear. Like, it's just those people. I love that. So basically, the whole post is about how a person is confused whether they should be okay with the result of AI writing a test, where the whole test, the AI wrote the whole logic, and at the end is just checking for the green toast, and it's like, what is it, to be visible? Yeah, to be visible check, and yeah. So, and as you go read this and read the comments, because comments are
Yes.
great, because they split between people who were taking it seriously and actually answering, and people who decided to roast the toast. My favorite one, when I read it, I was like, oh my God. To be visible as a final assertion should be a lint error, honestly. I died. I was like, yes, yeah, Lead should check all of the files. Even if it only says it's visible, do not let it commit. No, just block the PR. But this is how skills are actually born. This was a beautiful example right now of how you give instructions. You literally should say it's not appropriate or acceptable to have only to be visible, like
Yes. Yeah.
intercept a network, get the API response, get something else on top of just to be visible. But the whole thing was just, it made my morning. Right after my favorite article, I jumped into this and I was like, yes, newsletter, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, some great comments. Yeah, toast-driven development. I mean, that's the one that got me. I realized that this account hadn't upvoted it, so maybe we'll get this one to the top after all the things. So
Yeah. And the hot take at the end, why it's too late to learn automation.
yeah,
I'm not. I have no energy, even though I'm drinking coffee for that. Um, so I think it was a clickbait.
it
Honestly,
was. It
it
was.
was a clickbait, and I got upset because I was like, I read the name Lilia Urmazova. I'm like, sister. I mean, because name and name and last name is kind of like my territory. I was like, sister, what are you talking about? And then then I started reading, and yeah, of course, it's too late to learn automation. But if you scroll all the way down, there's a plan, and first one is level up programming in any language to a senior level, not so you can write code, but for the next point. The next point is deep dive into architecture, including applications and system design, and then study business analysis in a specific subject area. But yeah, we had a topic about learn to code. We did have it, because look,
Yeah.
I still have this note, learn to code. And that's something we might be talking on Friday, live. So the next time you will see us, it's not going to be Monday, it's going to be Friday. If you drive to Birmingham, fly to Birmingham, whatever you do, if you drive from Atlanta like I do, stop by in Bucky's and Leeds. I'll see you there. But other than that, we'll see you on Friday at 9:30 a.m. At Sloss Tech, and we'll be talking about QA, AI and QA. There are questions you can ask, aiandqa.com. Also, again, Thursday morning, you can also make yourself busy and attend the webinar, which, again, the details is in newsletter itself. Do you have anything
That's right.
to add?
The only thing I would say is, what time are you going to Bucky's on Thursday?
I think I'm gonna be there approximately 9 p.m.
So if you see 9 p.m. Central, if you want to go, find Sergei, enjoy a brisket sandwich from Bucky's in Leeds, 9 p.m. Go be there.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll have some people with signs. Be like,
I'll be with the sign of Bucky.
they're gonna come. They're gonna be taking pictures, videoing.
Yeah, I can't wait.
OMG, I'm here with Sergei here in real life, IRL. Sorry.
But don't actually do the Sloss Tech better. Better go to Sloss Tech, make it useful, because at Bucky's all you see is me going nuts buying things I don't need. So
That's right.
Friday, 9:30 a.m. Again, Sloss Tech will be there. If you're not gonna be there, there's gonna be the video recording later, obviously. But we will be back next Monday with
And
issues.
if you are coming and you listen to this, let us know. Come out to lunch
Oh
with
yeah,
us.
yeah.
We would love
100%.
to host you to lunch.
Yeah.
So if you're there, hit me up. We're gonna have some Eugene's hot chicken. It's gonna be great.
Okay, this heart is for everything what we have just talked about. Bucky's, Eugene's Chickens, last tag next Monday. All of you have an amazing week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.